in a really big way in a row. But this time around, Aster.Aries against Team Sirius, both of these teams are a lot more consistent.
Dire
But one thing that I could see coming if the gods of Dota truly do punish us today would be Aster.Aries just playing very slow, playing very systematic, something they are super good at. I do remember that team playing more than one 60-minute game. They just systematically dismantle opponents.
Dire team's
Team Sirius, we're gonna see what they're gonna do though, because they're definitely going into the with a plan.
Dark Seer.
Oh boy, and I don't think this game is gonna be 60 minutes. Drow Ranger picked up. That is gonna guarantee us some good fighting once the Drow comes online. She may get shut down in the early lane stage as well. The Team Sirius, they're gonna try and run that Drow Ranger down. They are going to be playing at least somewhat aggressively here. I mean, you don't have to necessarily kill her in 5 minutes or something, like you do with a Templar Assassin. But the thing with Drow is still that if by 15 minutes she hasn't died once, she is going to carry the team fights where she's protected, where the enemy initiates on you and not the other way around. So you're kind of forced to take the initiative, smoke up, try and catch the Drow team fight. As for Team Sirius, they have a lot of team fight potential of their own already secured with the Darks here. That vacuum wall, even on its own, is huge. Tuscan with the snowball actually set up a good follow-up to the vacuum wall too, brings people in there, cause even more chaos. I feel like Team Sirius, they could do with a super huge melee carry or something that amplifies. Yeah, the Phantom Assassin banned out. That's a decision I definitely agree with. That would have been so great. Sven, I mean, you don't necessarily have to cleave just because you have the vacuum, but this is an entirely different world from the series before this. And, you know, I'm really happy with this draft.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. Team
5
Sirius, I'm
seconds
curious to see what they're gonna go for in terms of position 1. That's gonna be determining factor here. I mean, maybe something like Slark would even be possible. Slark against Drow is great. Slark with Darkseer is great. Slark isn't always the best of heroes. Like, he isn't all that strong. I can admit that he kind of got nerfed into the ground, which I am kind of sad with. But because of that hero being so strong when he does come ahead, kind of like a Juggernaut and stuff like that, those don't have the highest win rate either, but end up completely 1v5 in games of their own in the right conditions. That would be super exciting to watch for sure. But there's a lot of other options too. Maybe Team Sirius don't even want a melee carry with a Tusk and a Darkseer already picked up. Team Sirius, they are using up a lot of reserve time, thinking about probably ahead of what position 1 to pick here, and then you want to ban something that counters that position 1. I mean, the enemy has revealed their hand, they've shown a Drow range, that's pretty game determining. Even if there's another core hero that you can pick up from mid lane, you can go for something super late or super early game. I want to see what they're gonna go with. That's gonna reveal so much info about the game plan here. Storm Spirit ban.
Radiant team's turn to
something
pick.
Sure, Darkseer Elder Titan synergy. I like it. It's a good combo, great for dominating a lane, completely shutting down a hard carry. The hard carry they want to shut down here is the Drow Ranger. With that Iron Shell and that magic damage amplification, it's gonna be a hard lane for the Drow to move in. Team Sirius, I don't think it's a position 1 alt-Titan. Teams
10
have
seconds
tried
remaining.
that, and I do think it can win games, but I don't think against the Drow
5 seconds
Ranger
remaining.
we're going to try something that far out there, because there are Drow counters that are
Radiant team's
like
turn to pick.
stuff like stuff like, yeah, that's a Drow counter indeed. You serious? I am not sure what they're gonna do. Plus, Arctic and alt-Titan. Those are 3 men. And
5 seconds remaining.
Sports, but people have played alt-Titan as a core of 1 game of alt-Titan core. He doesn't have to great ability, but in Arctic I can see him still having insane. But you basically just need to protect Arc when this damage. Well, Power Ranger good old time. So her social anxiety triggers and she can't aim anymore. That's just actually her
Radiant
lore
team's turn to
too.
ban.
Void incarnate.
Dire team's turn to ban.
White Spirit getting picked up now by the side of Aster.Aries, getting a good amount of nuke damage. That does make Arc Warden a lot more difficult to pull off. Great counter pick here, and you know, Void Spirit still one of the most picked heroes because he's just
10
one of the
seconds
strongest heroes in the
remaining,
meta.
Team
Even if you
Ban.
don't use him to counter pick something, so if you use him on something like an Arc Warden who is really weak to nuke damage, it hits even harder. And well, Legion Commander banned out. That would have been a beautiful draft for the side of Aster.Aries because they do need a frontliner, they do need perhaps
10
an
seconds
Axe, perhaps a
remaining.
Tide Hunter, anything big and beefy to keep the Arc Warden of the
5
Drow
seconds
Ranger. Because,
remaining.
well, Sirius, they may have 3 melee heroes that really just succeed at fighting early to mid-game draft with the Arc Warden. But all 3 of those melee heroes are excellent frontliners, are excellent at protecting that Arc Warden with Drow Ranger. She has an Undying to hide behind, I guess. There is a good amount of crowd control, so if Aster.Aries end up being the initiators, things are definitely looking good for them, but get something to protect the Drow Ranger and it will be a very close matchup. You will have 2 insane ranged machine guns to really good frontlining drafts, really, you know, strategical setups for those big 5-on-5, 4-on-4 fights. For Project 1 Dota, also a possibility for Aster.Aries with a hero like the Void Spirit here. Aster.Aries, let's see what they're gonna last ban. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be afraid of. Team Sirius, they already kind of have their win condition. They already kind of have their setup going here. Maybe some nuke damage.
Dire team
Maybe
ban.
something like Viper. Puck, okay, yeah. That would have made a lot of sense too, because, well, you are going to rely on one hero for the damage. This is going to be a 1v5 strat. Or at the very least, some for Protect 1. With Arc Warden also being able to split push an
10
insane
seconds
amount.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Tide Hunter getting banned out. Okay. So, I would still love this last pick, I'm not gonna lie. Is it greedy? Yes. Is it perhaps because I'm just a really big Star fanboy? Admittedly, sure,
10
but
seconds remaining.
would it be fun to watch? Definitely.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, Team
Dire
Sirius,
team's turn to pick.
I don't think they can go for many heroes. That seems super all in too. We saw what happens when that backfires in the last series. Mirana picked that for Aster.Aries though. That means they now have the ability to really run people down, go for a lot of one-man gangs where you just decisively
10
kill off
seconds
this
remaining.
Arc Warden in this case. The ability to shut somebody down is
5
definitely
seconds
important
remaining.
here, especially because then you can make space for the Drow Ranger to farm, out-farm the Arc Warden and just run over him, since Herders does come online a lot quicker. And while Arc Warden is the counter for Drow, that's mostly because he outscales her in terms of range damage and everything. What? Come on! Come on, that's unfair. I mean, I get it, it's a combo and everything, but Team Sirius, they're risking it with 4 mace and an Arc Warden. Oh boy, this feels like a Dota 1 strategy, honestly. In Dota 1, hard carry used to be a lot higher impact. You had a lot more 1v5ing going on, especially towards the latter days, and Team Sirius' draft like that, which admittedly is fine, or can be fine at least, because Arc Warden does have enough damage potential. That guy is just 2 Drow ranges for the price of 1. But Team Aster.Aries, they do outscale, especially if the Arc Warden is behind. If the Arc Warden is 8-slotted, and with 8-slotted I mean Agnes Blessing, plus like a Moon Shard eaten at everything items, that's maybe just about an equal game here, because of how late game both the Mirana, yes, even the support Mirana, and that Void Spirit can be. Void Spirit, he may go for a full utility build. In that case, he would actually go to the side of Team Sirius by a bit, but maybe this game isn't gonna be getting to late game if Team Aster.Aries do pull far enough ahead, because the thing is, they do have a Drow Ranger who is insanely good at taking objectives. The Vengeful Spirit as well, just making that even worse. You can just stand outside of a tower range, push down every tower on the map. So, safe lane Arc Warden, mid lane Night Stalker, yeah. This, I don't know, I feel like Sirius Night Stalker isn't really the best of mid laners. I mean, he fares pretty well against Void Spirit, honestly, since Void Spirit is a melee mid laner who doesn't really have a lot in the way of range to harass. You don't really have any spell you can spam out to just, you know, trade region and stuff without getting into melee range. And Night Stalker is going to hit harder, is going to be a little better at taking and eating. And with that Void, also just got something you can throw out from a range as a melee hero. So that mid lane is definitely going Sirius favored by quite a bit. In exchange for that though, they seem to have no late game if this Arc Warden gets shut down, so now both teams actually have a reason to play super aggressively when it comes to ganking the other team's carry lane. And we can already see the Aldetide plus task trying to just pick up this Drow Ranger's lane here. And not Arc Warden, Aldetide, I mean.
Denied.
Warden on the top lane. He is having a pretty good lane here. Now the Titan is with him, especially because look at how much damage he's dealing during that early game. They need to keep him at bay. There isn't really a lot of crowd control. I don't think Spark Rays are enough to set up a kill for the Elder Titan there. If you put Elder Titan with something like that task with no balls, like you got some more kill potential going on, especially with that tag team plus the bazillion damage that Elder Titan is dealing right now. But keeping the Arc Warden safe is #1 priority. I can understand that it's no different for the side of Aster.Aries, where there isn't dying. The ultimate sacrificial lamb and rated creating space this early on as well with strength steal really matters. Just look at this task getting put down to an extremely low health pool, but Altogether, there isn't much kill potential. Elder Titan did drop low in the laning stage, but he just got to walk back. Mirana, looking if she can dive this. Elder Titan is pretty darn tanky though. And looking at the last hit, Drow Ranger is farming, Void Spirit is farming, Night Stalker is stomping the Void Spirit in lane as expected. And it may look like a complete stomp, but the thing is Void Spirit is also going to go through his regen a lot quicker because of exactly what Night Stalker is doing right there with the Void and then getting a couple of free right kicks in. Phoenix doesn't know how to play against this, it seems though. He is using mana to last it. That is how you deal with a hero like Night Stalker up in your lane, just trying to make life miserable. Artwork gets stunned. Dropping. He is gonna be fine. There has to be some unexpected arrow connecting for him to die here. And with the slow now, actually. Around on the path, he's got a lot of damage. Corey, oh, he almost went down, but his blood is gonna go to the Undying here. Our Ranger really happy with the assist. Now, could... Okay. Still just a ton of damage to the Darks here. That was close and actually now really favorable for Aster.Aries because, well, that draw, if she outfarms, like I said, the Arc Ward, it's gonna be really difficult for Arc Ward to fight into her.
In some ways, you're more alive than most mortals.
You need like an MKB plus a bunch of stat items plus some kind of lifesteal to really deal with the Arc Ward
Dire
because
structures are fortified.
him with his second hero pretty much being able to force you to just trade hits with both of them in a one-on-one, or if your support kind of cancel each other out in the team fight. Bottom lane now, we get died. Drow Ranger dropping low health, gets killed off. That's a huge kill actually, Corey. Look for more will avenge his teammate. The Drow dying.
Haste.
That's huge, especially because this Arc Ward is still just sitting in lane free farming. Yeah, he's pretty far behind in the last hits, which really is good, but if he gets his ultimate going, then he's just going to start being a beast. He can just start farming heroes instead of creeps.
Sorry.
And in terms of the lane stage, there really isn't anything interesting happening as of right now. The carries are pretty much free farming for either side, which means once the first brawls between them are going to happen, that's going to be very exciting. I wonder if we could see an early smoke gank here.
Down good.
Mirana snatching the rune.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Flesh sustains, gold remains.
And it's first night for the Night Stalker, who is going to rotate over to the bottom lane, see if he can get some work done. There is that unwritten rule that says if you don't snowball with Night Stalker during the first night, you're kind of always going to fall off, no longer have impact. And they are going to try to go for a fight. Corey getting ran down, the Drow Ranger dishing out insane damage. Tough, very nice save, and they did get a kill on the Undying one. Want to all get out, but one is dead already. With the vacuum, they're gonna turn. Damage is real. Darkseer is gonna drop, not before the Void Spirit goes down. Actually, Darkseer still alive. Well, forcing Mirana to overcommit as well. And Night Stalker beautifully turning that brawl in the favor of Team Sirius, getting him even more gold to snowball with. On top lane, Dolan teleports out of there. Game already starting to pick up the pace. This is starting to get beautiful. Drow Ranger, first item is gonna be a Dragonland. He just wants to be able to compete with the Arc Warden. Arc Warden doing the usual thing where he goes for a Midas, extreme amounts of extra value out of that after all. I'm gonna switch over to Gold Network here. Drow Ranger getting ran once again. The wall gets committed. And look at the damage she is taking with the tag. She has an illusion of
Dire's
herself.
bottom tower is being chipped away.
Drow. She is getting ran and she is getting shut down despite having 4 assists.
Dire's
Good
bottom
amount of
tower is under
experience.
attack.
And coming out in the lane very strong. That got turned around very quickly. And now Corey gets ran by the Night Stalker too. Puts down the Tombstone, but what's Tombstone going to do against 3 heroes? Well, nothing much. Gives them a bunch of gold.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Which is so incredibly high impact. This is only the
Not
first
much
night.
good's
There's got to be
happening
more of
Radiant's
this.
bottom tower. Radiant have fortified their structures. Radiant's bottom tower's got
Aster.Aries,
problems.
they have decided to rotate the Drow Ranger, make sure that she is
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
show of her objective damage. The Night Stalker comes on in though, looking for a kill, gets instant arrowed up.
Radiant's
Now
bottom
the Titan
tower
is run out of there, but no chance. Rico coming over as well.
looks like Dire.
And there's got to be that first Artwork ultimate. He tries to kill off the Drow Ranger, goes down himself in the process and does not get the kill. Corey doing a good job.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Haruta as
attack.
that was a
Radiant's bottom tower
What's
is
that skill
no
called again?
more.
It was a double flux. And this level 3 flux, that just would have killed her off. That is an insane amount of damage. Even one of those almost 300 damage over time. That alone too.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
But yeah, both teams to flash firing. What I'm kind of surprised at is that neither team has really made some stacks. Drow Ranger and
middle
Arc
tower
both
is under
really like
attack.
farming the triangle, really like having a fat bunch of engines for them. Drow Ranger after all got the damage built in the form of her ultimate. Arc Warden with his ultimate, pretty much the same thing. Non-magic immune ones he can farm pretty efficiently. The gold is very close here, but Aster.Aries are favored by now 1,000. Void Spirit is most of that gold lead. Drow Ranger she still needs a while to come online. She has now started to, well, farm the triangle. Speak of the devil. Sirius. They want to fight though. They want to create space for the Arc Warden. Make sure that he can just farm wherever he pleases. Snowball vacuum wall on 3 people. That's gonna be undying, going down. He did get a very good tombstone down, and Sirius has to get out of there. Task awfully low health, Drow Ranger pursuing, but does not get to attack him. Very nice pick-off, very bold pick-off too. Just run into the entire enemy team, the vacuum wall, and get out of there. That was some SWAT team-like precision. All the while, Artwork has free farming it up, is going to finally start getting his minus for that old twing around, because he had a hard laning stage. He is already pretty far behind. Despite the Drow Ranger dying a bunch of times more upward, and he just couldn't farm.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
And the mid tier 1
Dire's
tower
middle tower
getting
just
destroyed
went
as well.
down.
By the side of Aster.Aries. We're going to play some chill Dota here for the next 4 minutes, I do believe, because Team Sirius, while they do want to fight and they do want to go for some action, well, okay, maybe not that long actually, but at the very least 40 more seconds since they won't play around their cooldowns. But I do feel like we're gonna see most of the action out of them during nighttime. However, there's a smoke on the side of Aster.Aries with the Mirana ultimate to follow it up. Timed that by half a second, and WW does realize that he is in a lot of danger right now. And Swift Mirana comes in, nukes him down. And it is gonna be that support Mirana build. What I find most surprising is that support Mirana build without the mechanism. Since that item is just so huge when it comes to turn team fights, you can leap in and make sure it hits everyone you need to hit.
Regeneration.
Yeah. This round we get to see the smoke gang from Team Sirius. Is everything big that they have is of cooldown. They would like a repeat performance of the last time they ran into the enemy team. Just free, and there's the Night Stalk ultimate. They want to commit for this. They find the Void Spirit as well. 2 versus 3. They drop the wall, and Void Spirit is just gonna go down. He actually turns it around, gets double kill. Tusk now has to run for his life. He would love to kill a Phoenix, even if dying in the process, but has absolutely no way of doing so with the snowball, cooldown and everything. Arc War comes on in, trying to zone them away from the Tusk. Holy crap, that was amazing from the Void Spirit. What the hell? Now, Elder Titan getting caught, but Void Spirit, he does not have his ultimate on cooldown, can't really deliver enough nuke damage to bring him down. And we're just going to watch both the carries farm, as Arc Worm should be starting to catch ahead any time now. He is going for that Maelstrom as well, wants to really snowball his gold as hard as he can. This game, once there's a nighttime, we are going to get to see our action again. We are going to get to see some more of these amazing team fights. And it truly have been great with that incredible turnaround by Phoenix at the bottom lane. He does have his Scepter finish, pretty much the bread and butter item of the Void Spirit. And he gets to see Roche contested here.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Oh. Meanwhile, there was a stack being made by the side of the Dire, and that stack just got scouted out and gets sniped in exchange for the Roche by the side of Sirius. Well sniped. They kind of commit for people to that. Kind of. I think they knew what was going on. That has to be conscious movement. Nobody goes on the map there. Nobody is pushing out. Lane is pushing in. And now they're gonna up straight up into the E, guys. This looks like Team Sirius. They have a plan, knowing full well that nighttime starts. It's once in time the night stock that people get that momentum swing around, and they pull it off here. Mirana going to be the only one caught. That happening. Artwork. He's really happy with that huge gold swing he just got. Going to get a Maelstrom, which is really going to make it snowball worse. He's got himself a Hand of Might is going. The Drow meanwhile is going to commit for the full Hurricane Pike here, getting himself a bit of all-round stat. This is capable with Void Staff activation as well. And after that, I think we get to see the Drow Ranger. Yeah, there's some more damage in the form of a Manta Style. And BKB, the BKB, the bread and butter item against the Arc Warden alone, because you do not know how much damage Flux deals. There haven't really been a lot of cases of people being isolated from their team, as Team Aster.Aries' positioning has just been super on point.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
We get to see Aster.Aries push in the bottom lane with everyone. We find the Arc Warden doable, and
Radiant's middle tower should have
Sirius on fight this. Void Spirit jumping forward. He can catch the Arc Warden. Arc Warden going to take a bunch of damage to his face. There is the wall. Arc Warden already super low health. Takes tons of nuke damage. Nice save. Drops the Tusk ask for. Now at least Phoenix getting around that one. He just admits his fate there. Excellent Tooth as well, doing so much work. Phoenix comes back to life. Arcworm died from the spirit, which would have been fine if own Vice Spirit had no Aegis, but thing. Well, Sirius know full well Roach was being done. It's going to get the punish. Now at 16 minutes, we got 3k gold lead. All of a sudden, Team Aster.Aries are looking super strong in this. With that Drow Ranger, this is the ranged carry equivalent of a Juggernaut versus Anti-Mage game. There is no better equivalent, I think. And in this case, Drow Ranger is Juggernaut. It got a ton of attack speed, a Skull Basher, and just keeps running it and stun locking the Anti-Mage. Whereas, you know, the Arcworm, he's desperately trying to find farm, not get rammed and brawled. But Maelstrom, his farming pace should pick up. He definitely just needs a little bit of time to come online, but giving that Roche was a big mistake. We could see if Aries can further punish Team Sirius for that, because they're definitely going to try with the next Mirana ultimate. Task will be the first one to get. They want the Night Stalker, kidding the Night Stalker. Shutting his momentum down once more. It'd be huge. Good. Here comes, and he goes down. So does Car.
Respect the dead.
That is
For those
huge.
cracks in Dire's top tower.
And some instant objective gaming with that catapult with 4 range creeps.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Man, that was just beautiful execution from Aster.Aries.
Dire's top tower is gone. Just a cold fog left behind. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
And Drow Ranger getting initiated on Earth Split, even gets thrown out, but it doesn't connect. And that is now a huge cooldown down, which Team Aster.Aries are aware of. They fight. Do they know how far ahead they are? Maybe they just want to wait for the next Roach, continue their objective gaming then until then play it safe. After all, if both sides are farming, it shouldn't be that bad of a match. Well, it is definitely still favorable for Team Sirius. They just need time to bring that Arcworm online, make sure that one carry isn't a non-hero here. But with TP boot, at least he can start split pushing out lanes with his duel, can get some impact in, can get a lot of TPM without risking his own life. Arcworm is such a fun hero to watch. I remember the days where Morphling could do that too. That was beautiful. The old Morphling ultimate was pretty much doable like that. Not quite as awesome, but a very straightforward illusion. You could morph to it.
Got it.
Apparently, Team Aster.Aries and going for some very aggressive positioning. They're just trying to force Sirius to maneuver around, prevent them from farming, make sure that this slow draft is going to get delayed as much as possible.
This sustains, gold remains.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And looks like the next objective is going to get forced. Mid-tier 2 tower. Also featuring the ref of the Drow Ranger. Arcworm is going to delay the push a little bit until Drow has an MKB. And Arcworm is so good at
Dire's middle tower isn't
damage
going
in
to
the
last long.
pinch. And he can do it twice too with his illusion. So Team Aster.Aries forced to play it slow, forced to just not really run in and take the fight head on, at least until the next Roche is up, which can respawn in 1 minute and 10 seconds already. If they get it done as quickly again,
beating on Dire's
that would
top
be a
tower.
very nice job. And it's one of those games where everybody is rich too. It's just that Aster.Aries are ahead, and if everybody is farming really well, is getting themselves a significant amount of gold going, the late game is going to arrive sooner, and once everybody starts getting 6 slotted from one side, that's stakes. I did say before that Aster.Aries are also a team that, if they can, do like for 60-minute games, but here it seems like there's absolutely no need to, as long as they keep the Arc Warden shut down. If the Arc Warden comes online though, it would be a very different story. Both teams are grouped up once again. Smoke from the side of Sirius first, and oh, look at that. We get to see 2 smokes. I'm gonna zoom out here. They break the smokes. And it's gonna be the Night Stalker with Team Sirius, the first to initiate. Tombstone gets put down. Night Stalker starting to work on it immediately, but he gets arrowed out. Huge heal and a wall and an Urn Splitter, and down goes Cory. That was so many big spells, but everybody perfectly dodged so much of that damage. And all of those spells, all that chaos for 1 kill. Team Sirius, I feel like they're still kind of satisfied. I mean, this is just for Project 1 Dota, this is just trying to create space. The Arc Warden is trying to hit harder, is starting to get to that point where he has a good chance against the Drow Ranger. Drow saving up for that BKB now. I do feel like Drow Ranger, you do kind of want to run at the Arc Warden a little bit more often. But Team Aries, if they can get Roche like they did before,
Radiant structures are
I think this
fortified.
was the issue. Well,
Dyer's
going to
courier
look
has been
pick off
killed.
here. LWW teleporting out of there. So on the bottom lane, it's the real Arc Warden pushing, not this Tempest double. Mirana coming in to make his life miserable. It is just to support Mirana. Looking at the Dark Tier's item sweep. Got the Guardian Greaves completed, plus a Blade Dagger, which is the reason for those really huge wall plays we've seen so far.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Roche getting torn to shreds. The Drow Ranger
Got Roshan. I trust there was a good reason.
outputting extremely severe damage there, getting the Aegis going. It's just a free Roche. They didn't have to go for a pickup.
Radiant's top tower
And
is
that
under
means Team
attack.
Aster.Aries do have the option to just run in at any given time, have all of their ultimates ready. The wall is ready too,
Not
so
much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
maybe that's why they hesitate. They do like to play it slow, they do like to just...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
dismantle enemies over the course of 40 to 50 minutes. And it's also the reason why they've been an incredible, reliable team. Definitely a favorite amongst bettors. But I don't know, Team Sirius have push, have them in team fights. If they just get a situation where the Arc Warden is able to hit, now that he has that Mjolnir completed already. He's level 15, he's only going to get stronger, setting up for a BKB of his own. And Drow Ranger is now at the point where she starts to queue up an MKB. Vengeful Spirit actually taking a decent chunk of damage from that Arc Warden, and that was just a Tempest double. You should not underestimate that man.
I restore my connection to the void.
Another 6k gold lead, 7k gold lead again. And all that's been happening for the last couple of minutes is farming. I remember back in the olden days, like 2014
Radiant's top
till
tower
2016, I guess, where China Dota used to just always be this really slow systematical. Make sure you only ever fight when you, like now, Aster.Aries, they are just seeing what they can get, not overcommitting, and then with an Aegis, waiting to make sure to only, oh boy, and that's the risk they want to prevent here. They are trying to prevent, and the vacuum wall. Yeah, there is no follow-up. The positioning is perfect. They're setting themselves up to reinitiate here. Stalker gets stunned up. Gets you the Void Spirit. Thus comes forward, trying to go for a save. Gets silenced. Takes a ton of damage from the Drow Ranger. The machine gun is real. Darks here. Getting bullet out of there as well. Tusk has now finally been hunted down. One and only a single kill, but Aster.Aries, they did just waste that vacuum wall combo.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Beautifully initiated, and they're going to get a tower out of this at the very least. After this, they could just try to run at bottom.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Team Sirius, they realized that. Just kind of lost that exchange. Oh, nice arrow. Arc Ward trying to slow down the drone and push. I dish out some serious damage with a Tempest double too. But Aster, they are grouped up to fight. Sirius no can fight into it. But they're gonna have to anyway. See, let's get silenced. Guardian Greaves out. Onto the Darks here. Void Spirit in a bit of a tight spot, but just needs the Chief. Darks here get to live there. But Team Aries, they got the tower they wanted out of that one, and they are gonna back off again. Making sure to only ever go for risky plays like that, or even risky fights at all here. When they have an Aegis or some kind of another advantage, if they can get a good smoke, the enemy is lacking vision, they just be warded a lot of something, that will also work. But I feel like it's up to Sirius to be aggressive, and with how far behind they are, they may have a little trouble doing so. Okay, never mind, as I see that Sirius gets a beautiful 3-man initiation, vacuum wall, that's an instant kill on the Undying. Oh, the Drow Ranger is still alive. The side running for a life now, gets killed off the first time, doesn't get it. And with the buy from Mirana, Sirius don't want to fight this anymore. Dark's here, trying to get out, but gets caught. Alpine's fate will probably also be sealed here. It's that movement speed from a lot of heroes. Yeah, could have just made my cash. Double kill for the Mirana, 2k gold more for the side of Aster.Aries here. But that buyback then, I mean, it was still worth it. That was also Team Sirius just
shouldn't have to take this abuse.
committing everything.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
And they play around their cooldowns perfectly, commit what they got,
Radiant's
and
middle tower could use some
you
help.
even deny them an entire
Dire's bottom
ultimate
tower
coming
is
out.
under attack.
I don't know. That just seems like
Dire's
complete
bottom tower
outplay,
is
and that
shattered
means
to little
we gotta
pieces.
wait 30 more seconds till the wall, but we could potentially see Sirius fight again. Maybe they don't even want to fight. It isn't even that bad to be losing those fights either. I mean, it still sucks, of course, but it's all been for Protect 1 Dota. The Arc Warden has always stayed behind, has always been able to just get his GPM to snowball. He is sitting in the top spot of network now, which makes it a lot hard for the Drow to deal with.
Radiant structures
Oh,
are
also still a
fortified.
good amount of hold off
I'll
the
take that.
MKB. So Aster.Aries, by the time we get to see the MKB come out on the Drow, we will probably see them just be a lot more confident in shutting down Team Sirius, because, well, they only really have one late game carry. The Night
Radiant's
Stalker,
top tower
he is
has looked better.
playing this very well in terms of focusing on dealing damage and everything. Went for the Agonist plus
Radiant
Blink.
just denied their top tower.
Gordon pulled some Tempest style shenanigans there as the tower. It's denied. I'm waiting for these teams to clash. I'm feeling like little kids sitting here with a stick poking them saying, do a team fight or something. I can understand why Sirius are reluctant to fight, especially not during the daytime. That Night Stalker, you kind of want him to, now that the Agon is still kind of relevant, be able to really abuse that voice. Elder Titan is strict die once again without being able to catch the Earth Splitter Mirana this time around. Gets
I am most
revenged on for that. Nice escape.
Swiftly now.
Aster.Aries cut their losses and draw range. It's on the entire other side of the map. Just doing what the Arc Warden has been doing the last couple of minutes. Farming up, getting a GPM snowball and hoping to get that FKB before this major engagement. She is going to already bully the Arc Warden, who now does not have his Illu. The Tempest double, you're just kind of screwed here, I feel like. Flower Ranger can get the kill. One more is gonna do it. Yes. Oh boy, that is horribly bad for Team Sirius. Aster.Aries, they just said nope and revealed that even without it, they are far enough to ahead to have Drow out carry that 1v5 Arc Warden that pretty much the entire gameplay of Sirius revolves around. The response there isn't crazy long yet, but with how much push there is, those 40 seconds left are going to feel like an eternity.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Look at that barrage of arrows from just outside of the range of the tower. Random to get finished there too is just extremely, I don't know, this is extremely abusable. I like it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think because this combo requires 2 heroes, you should be allowed to get away with it, and this is a broken thing. But there's absolutely nothing Sirius can do about the Arc Warden. There's gonna be the vacuum wall now that he's about to respawn. Snowball onto 2 people. Follow up Ice Shard, stop, Earth Splitter. Entire combo spells is gonna be there. But did not get any kill. Everybody dropped no health. Oh, okay. Undying will get cancelled his teleport out. One of Team Sirius of finding all of their combos, connecting them perfectly, but not being able to nuke anybody down. Night Stalker running at the Vengeful Spirit taking out damage, all the crunch popping out onto her as well. Vengeful still able to get out of there. Dark's here now, maybe to the backlines, that's not so lucky with the Drow Ranger coming in. That is going to be 2 kills, just instantaneously turned around in favor of Team Aries after a really nice clear initiation. For Team Sirius, this Drow Ranger, her damage output is so broken everywhere now that that MKB is gone. Maybe Haruja should save for
Radiant's bottom tower has got
I
problems.
think like that would be one of those better saves than sorry things with how hard that Arc One can push himself. Just because he's kind of struggling to really get hits in the team fights when Drow Ranger eats up his frontliners, eats up his 4-man protection spot, doesn't mean that his damage output, if there's a pick-off, if it isn't the head-on-head fight, it's still ridiculous.
death tax.
Roche is back up again, and Team Aries, they do have the difference, make short work of that 5-second arrow and a whole lot of arrows from the Drow Ranger, pushing out a bazillion damage. It's gonna be a refresher or 2 dropped for this Aster.Aries. Mirana doing the ultimate and walking up the high ground constantly here, and he gets pick up senses, all that vacuum wall again for connecting, but once again so far it doesn't really end up mattering. Okay, Haruja takes out there, splashing out with Night Stalker, all strength down the turret, Drow Ranger doesn't see Aegis, and is just ignoring the Night Stalker, dishing out damage to those can destroy or split up only the end. He's blocking the BKB and getting a ton of value as now the task goes down. Exchange for the Vengeful Spirit, and Night Stalker will be the next one to die with nuke damage from Phoenix. 3 for 1 with that Arc Warden dying. I think this game, it could just be about over.
Dire's top barracks are getting banged up.
Man, and Aster.Aries, I gotta say, they've just been delivering a such beautiful, impressive Dota here. That Void Spirit turnaround early on was insane. They're just
top barracks are falling.
destroying Sirius, making sure to play it safe, playing excellent discipline, getting 2 lanes of Rex now, at the very least it would seem.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen. Some bad things happening to Dire's middle barracks. Dire's middle barracks.
Oh man, if this is gonna be Megas, it's just gonna be GG. Yeah, we are almost at the 40-minute mark, and by now you do kind of have a way to defend against Megas, but you only have 1 hero, and even if that hero can be 2 heroes, our Warden can
Dire's
really
bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's
make
bottom
trade
barracks
turn
have fallen.
on their own push. And he also has to defend.
The
Yeah,
Radiant now has
I think that's just
Megas.
GG. 90k gold lead, Drow Ranger, pretty much unkillable. Got cheese. Going for the Satanic to make sure that even if she does get completely stun locked up and nuked, which is pretty much her only condition to play right now, she is still going to be able to tank through that, isn't going to be stunned for all that long. Arc Warden has about the same idea, and it looks like Team Sirius do feel like they can hold on for a while against Megas, which definitely holds true. The main issue is it's going to be very hard for them to push unless they get like 4 or 5 people killed off. That'd be a very defensive game if Team Aries don't send one more swift blow to the heart of Team Sirius here. Trying to just but not quite that. Let's go for the turnaround initiation. Drow Ranger gets around and again by the Night Stalker. Once again, she's got a ton of damage to the backline. Try to get out of there. Night Stalker can't hit the tower anymore. The wall is not doing enough damage. Drow Ranger going to kill off the elephant. Darkseer comes on in, tries to stunning around as well. They see she goes out of position and the Arc Worm is there. Drow has to use the cheese killing off the task, but they really want the Drow Ranger. Can they get him? Yeah, yes they can, but
better help Dire's middle tower.
right, Arc Warden didn't die, but he came back. My bad, but it's GG anyways. Since, well, only an Arc Warden. I said he can 1v5, but if you're 3 behind, you never literally 1v5 or even 2v5 with a Darkseer without a wall. So GG, well played by Aster.Aries. I am happy the games are getting a bit more exciting here. Still, you know, a little one-sided. I'm kind of sad that Team Sirius weren't really able to do anything once that Arc Warden started to fall off. Maybe next time around they're going to go for